All right, metalheads, this is DJ REM live with the Crush Beyond Dust show on Metal Devastation Radio, and I have Aaron from the band Impurium on the line. How you doing tonight, brother?
Doing all right, man. How are you?
I am doing very well, very well. Thank you for taking time to call in for the interview. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me. My pleasure.
So why don't you start with introducing yourself and the other members of the band that aren't with us tonight, if you don't mind?
Okay, my name is Aaron Moat. I play bass for Impurium. I also played guitar on the split, rhythm. My brother Andy sang and played guitar, and our drummer is Dave Ross. So we kind of split time playing guitar. I play guitar too, but I played all the bass tracks and helped out on guitar, and my brother did all the vocals. So.
Hey, well, very cool. And just kind of so everybody that's tuned in understands how tonight's going to work. Obviously, we got an interview going, but we also have a CD giveaway tonight, and I have 4 copies of the. It's a. How would you title it? A dual band album? What are you guys calling it?
Yeah, split disc. Yeah, with Throne of Sacrilege, another Northwest Indiana blackened death metal band. Orchestrated Misery Recordings, Pete Clemens. You know, the guys from Throne had this sitting around. They wanted to release it, and Pete kind of didn't. He just didn't want to put it out as like a demo or something like that. So he had the Impurium recorded already, and he's like, "What are you guys doing with that?" And we were like, "Well, nothing really. You know, if you want to throw it on a disc with those guys." So yeah, it's a split. So
okay.
Split disc.
Very cool. Thank you for explaining that. I appreciate it.
No problem.
So for those of you tuned in, this is how this works. At random points during the interview, I'm going to throw out my cell phone number, and if you call in, and you have to have a question for Aaron, you call in with your question, ask him the question, you'll be live on air, and then I'll get your address and send you a free CD. So that's how tonight's going to work. So Stay tuned and be paying attention, people. So, what is going on with Impurium right now? What do you guys have lined up and planned?
Well, we're always writing. We're always working on new material. We've got about, 10, 15 songs in the works. Hopefully, by this time next year, we will have a full length out, released, hopefully by somebody who cares. We'll probably stick with Pete. I'll probably twist his arm and have him do it. But
right.
Yeah, we just picking through the songs. I mean, we've written for so long, and we've got so much material and so many riffs lying around. We're just trying to piece. I mean, we've already got 8 to 10 songs in the can, But then now we're always trying to piecemeal things together. We're always trying to get better. So that's all we're doing. We're jamming. Just looking for some funds to get into the studio and put out a full length. So that's where we're at right now. So it's going well.
Yeah, very good. And how long has Impurium been around?
Well, we've been. It's my and my brother's baby, I guess. Put it that way. We started jamming together. Well, we're brothers, so we've known each other for a long time, obviously. But we started doing this about 2008, okay? And we had a drummer lined up, and he fell through. He did, just couldn't make it, couldn't hack it, whatever. So we had a drum set downstairs, and we were just, putting riffs together, creating like a template for each tune. And I kind of play drums, I'm not real good, but I was like, screw it, I'm going to jump on drums and see what happens, So we had this little generic 8-tracker dealio, and we pieced all these songs together, made, had like 8 tunes in the bank, and like I said, it was kind of just like a template for hopefully what's to come, hopefully it would turn into something, better. But got a hold of my buddy Dave Ross, who's been in a lot of bands, Thanatopsis, Afterlife, Sea of Tranquility, Nocturnal Torment. They anyway. He agreed to play drums for us, thank God. So, and that happened in 2010. So we've actually been together 4 years, a little over 4 years now. But there's always been other projects that we've done together. So we've been friends for 25 years. But actually, to get back to your original question, we've been around since 2008, but it's actually kind of all come together in the past couple of years, since about 2012. So.
Okay, well, very cool, very cool. You know what? I think I'm ready to, let's see if we can give a CD away.
Sure.
All right, you're out there listening. You have a question for Aaron, call, here's the number, listen close, 269-352-1659. That's 269-352-1659. Call in, we'll get you on air. While we're waiting for people to call in, how often do you guys practice right now?
Well, we all have jobs, we all have kids, we all have mortgages, so, but we still make time. It's at least once a week. On a good week, it's like 3 times a week. So, but at least once a week. You got to just to stay tight. So yeah, at least once a week. Hopefully 2 to 3, but at least once.
Where do you guys practice at?
We jam in my brother's basement, the basement of doom, where it all started. So, and yeah, so it's just a little basement, and little cavernous basement, and that's where the magic happens.
Very cool. So, what got you into music? What kind of influences have you had in your life growing up, and even to this day, that got you into metal?
Well, when we were growing up, back in the day, I mean, Kiss was the big thing. I mean, just for the shock and just it was new and creepy and evil, and at the time, so we always kind of merged towards that scene, I mean, there was, our uncles, my dad played drums, my uncle was always a big, Black Sabbath guy, Sabbath, Ted Nugent, Zeppelin, all the heavy classic rock, you call it nowadays, but, I mean, it's just, as we grew up, I mean, things got, more extreme and more heavier, I mean, from, Sabbath to Motorhead to Venom to, then eventually Metallica and Megadeth and Slayer and, on and on and on and on. So it's just been like an evolution of fast, heavy, violent music, and that's just what we've always loved, just the speed and the brutality, and it is what it is now, so I mean, we've never really wavered from, I hate, I don't know, not hate, but, extreme metal, I mean, you can take that for what it is, but I mean, just the sheer brutality and speed and aggression and violence is what we've always just loved playing and listening to, so.
Okay, very cool. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. So, what kind of, you had to make a lot of sacrifices to keep the band going. Have things went pretty smooth for you guys, or has it been some work?
It's always work. I mean,
Hey, I think we have, we're going to have to go back to this question. I think we actually have someone calling in.
Good deal.
Hey, this is DJ REM. You are live on Metal Devastation Radio. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hey, how's it?
Megan.
Megan, how's it going tonight?
Good.
So, you are live on air with Aaron from the band Impurium, and you have a question for him tonight?
Yes.
What you got?
What influenced you to get into music?
What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't really catch that.
I think you asked what influenced him to get into music?
Yes.
Just music. Our family's music has always been around. Like I said, my dad played drums. Grandfather, I mean, back, he was always into the bluegrass, country type music. Not that I'm into country music, but there was always instruments laying around the house. Whether it's a guitar, an acoustic guitar, to a banjo, to a violin or mandolin. Just it was always there. It was always accessible to pick up an instrument and play. And luckily, fortunately, we hit the right kind of scene with our friends where, 14, 15 years old, everybody started playing music, and you kind of, didn't have a choice. If you wanted to be cool, you had to play guitar or something. So luckily, that's what happened. So.
Okay, well, very cool. All right, Megan, thanks for calling in. If you can,
Sure.
if you can text me your address, I will send out a CD on Monday for you.
Okay.
All right, thank you for calling
Bye.
in. Yep, have a good night. Bye.
Excuse me.
All right, first caller of the night. I love
There
it.
you go. Good deal.
So, anyways, back to the sacrifices you've had to make.
Fortunately, we haven't had to make too many grave sacrifices. Our support group is awesome. From our parents to our wives, everybody's been, very understanding and supportive. And it's not like it really, if you do it right, it shouldn't really interfere with your home life too much. It's not like it's not like we're out until 1 o'clock in the morning getting drunk, just doing nothing. They know that we actually put the hard work in to make our creation, worthy. So they're cool. Everybody's been real cool. It's basically all we do. It's not like I golf or anything. I don't play poker on Thursday nights, or I don't play softball anymore or anything like that. This is what we do. We go to work, we pay our bills. We come home, and once or twice or 3 times a week, we'll go rehearse for 2-3 hours, and then we come home. So it's not. There hasn't really been much sacrifice.
It's just kind of a part. It's just a way of life for you, right?
Yeah, it's just what we do, and everybody knows that, and they're cool with it. So, and they got to be, because that's what we're going to do anyway. So.
Right. Right. But definitely helps if the families are supportive,
Yeah, for sure. Why not?
Yep.
There's no reason to have any friction. Like I said, it's not like we're out gambling or boozing it up at the bar or anything like that. We're all responsible people. So,
Right.
and they're, so they're cool with it.
Very cool. So, how did you guys come up with the name of the band? Where's Impurium come from?
Well, on the album, or on the split CD, the last song is called Ad Secular Impurium. My brother wrote the lyrics for that, and we were kind of bouncing, some different names around at the time. That song came out before the name of the band came out. And I liked the name. I was like, Impurium, that's a cool name, It's just like a impure or impurity with a little Latin flavor at the end, the IUM.
Right.
And I was like, why don't we call it that? He's like, all right. I jumped on Metal Archives, and it wasn't taken, so it's like, all right, we'll go with that. So.
I like it. It sounds very metal, so it works.
Yeah.
It works, right? So where is a good place for people to go to find out more about Impurium? What social networking, what websites, what are you guys using right now to promote?
Facebook is, probably our biggest, the easiest way to look us up is probably Facebook. Stereo Killer, Reverb Nation. We got videos on YouTube, Bandcamp, Raw Nerve Zine, which is out of the UK, I believe. We're on the Metal Archives, and orchestratedmisery.com. That's the spot where you can go and check out not only us, but the other bands that are on that that are signed to that label. You can order, the discs, but whatever you want from whatever band you want, off of orchestratedmisery.com, or the easiest way, like I said, is Facebook, and you can listen to the tunes on there too. So
How about merchandise? You guys have merchandise for sale?
We don't have any shirts done yet. We're in the process of doing that, but you can get the CDs there. So
Okay, very good.
Soon.
And once again, I want to give Megan, she's sitting in the chat and tuned in tonight, big congratulations on winning the CD, and thank you for calling in. And just a reminder, if you call in tonight and ask Aaron from the band Impurium a question, you will win a CD. It's that simple. All you got to do is call, ask a question, and win a CD for I can't even talk. Maybe they won't want to call.
They'll want to call. They'll want this.
Call so you can win. 269-352-1659. That's right. 269-352-1659. Aaron wants to hear your question because he's tired of listening to me talk.
It's fine. Bring it on. Sorry.
So, where did you, I think maybe we've already kind of talked about this, but what recording studio did you guys use for this album, the current?
We went to Broken Toe Studios, which they're on Facebook. It's owned by a fellow named John Heyman, who is a freaking ripping guitarist. I'm surprised he's not like on tour somewhere with somebody right now. He used to actually be in a band called Year of Desolation. That were at the time. I think at the time he was in the band, they were on Metal Blade. I think they're on Prosthetic Records right now, but he's not in the band anymore. But anyway, he's a local guy. Super killer, easy to work with. Knows what he's doing for sure. Very helpful and supportive, and he'll kick you in the ass if you need it. But Broken Toe Studios, that's where we went. So, and we will definitely be going back there.
How long did the process take for you guys to get it fully recorded?
We let's see, we did the drums in a day. I think I did my bass tracks that same day. Went back and did the guitar tracks, the solos, and then my brother had to work, so he actually, that's what's cool about John. My brother, he works swing shift, so I think he went over there at like 7:30 in the morning and did the vocals, and John actually woke up and, opened the door for him, so to get it done. So it was like a total of like 4 days. It was only 3 songs, but yeah, it was he's very easy to work with, and did everything he could to make us comfortable, and he's a good dude, so definitely be going back. So
Okay, very cool. So, what are the goals for Impurium? Where do you guys hope to be in a couple of years with the band?
Well, like I said, hopefully by next year we'll have a full length out and playing gigs, more than we do now. Playing hopefully some festivals in the area. Like I said, we were all jobbers and we have families and stuff, so it's not like we can just go on tour for a month at a time or whatever. But we want to hit every place we can with the means that we can do it. Like if Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, Kentucky. Well, anything that we can actually get to, we want to get to, within our means,
right,
without having to, quit our jobs, which would be impossible right now. So, but yeah, I'd like it full length and playing tons of shows and festivals, so.
Well, very cool. I wish you best of luck with that. And obviously, if you come to Michigan, please let me know.
I will. We will.
Because I would love to come see you guys, meet you, all that jazz.
Yeah, heck yeah, man.
So, okay, here's a question specifically for you. If I grabbed your iPod or MP3 player, your phone, however you like to listen to music, what bands would I find you personally listening to right now?
Well, I've always got Slayer's Rain and Blood
Nice.
on there. Always. It just has to be on there. Even if I don't listen to it, I just put it on there. Suffocation's Effigy of the Forgotten is always got to be. That's like the at the time, when that come out in like 1990, that was like the heaviest, brutal, freaking death metal album out there. So I always got to throw that on there. The new Carcass, surgical steel.
Yeah, isn't that good? Oh, man.
It was super freaking killer. I was really impressed, and I'm glad that they kept it real, you know, and didn't puss out. But Immortal, Sons of Northern Darkness is one of my all-time favorite black metal albums. It's not as cavernous and sick sounding as a lot of, you know, black metal can be, but I love that album. There's a band called Infernal War from Poland. Really killer. I don't want to call them technical black metal, but they're just really, really good at what they do. They're really fast and blasty and brutal. Yeah, I mean that's about it as far as I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe some Sabbath. I always throw some Sabbath in there, maybe Sabotage or something.
Okay, very good. And just a reminder, don't forget, we are giving away free CDs tonight. Come on, people. I know you're out there tuned in. I can see it. Quit being shy. Call in. 269-352-1659. Call in. Like I said, Aaron wants to talk to you.
Yes, I do. I'm dying to.
So, what do you guys do to relax when you're not working and you're not playing music? Anybody have any crazy hobbies or anything they like to do?
Well, let's see. I can't smoke pot because I have this thing called a job, and if I drive and if some idiot hits me, I got to take a drug test, so I can't do that. But they can, so that's what they do, which I'm totally supportive of. Watch movies, read, you know, I mean, it's, you know, watch, we love our football, you know, we're Bears fans, so, sorry, Detroit people, but, yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, you know, come home, you know, I got a 5-year-old daughter, so she keeps me hopping, you know, my brother's got a 5-year-old son, so he's chasing him around all the time, you know, Dave doesn't have any kids, but he works crazy hours, so they just come on in bed, watch horror flicks, you know, and watch sports, you know, so if we're not listening to music, we're watching movies or we're watching football, I guess. So I know it sounds lame, but it's the reality of it all. I'm not going to make up some bullshit just to sound evil or anything, but that's the truth. So
you're not having seances on Fridays or nothing? Jeez.
No, not in a while. You know, it got kind of creepy last time, so we had to give that up. Had to burn the Ouija board. You know,
So being where you live, what football team do you support?
Bears. We are Bears fans. I know it's Indiana. Ooh, no. Got a phone call.
We have a phone call. This is DJ Rem. You are live on Metal Devastation with Aaron from the band Impurium. What's going on?
Dude, what's up, man?
Hey, it's brother Zach. Zach is from the band. See, I love this. I love when bands support bands. Zach is from the band Brutal Deathfuck. If you have not heard them, you need to check them out, Aaron.
I will write that down right now.
Brother Zach, how you doing tonight?
What's going on, dude? Hey, you mentioned fucking Slayer on your iPod, so I was wondering what do you think about the new lineup of Slayer?
Well, it's kind of like, you know, with Hanneman gone, R.I.P., definitely, all hails Jeff Hanneman. He's one of my favorite freaking guitarists. I've always loved Gary Holt from Exodus. You know, I mean, I don't know if, you know, I'd rather them give it to somebody from the Bay Area where they're from. You know, if somebody's got to take Jeff Hanneman's spot, you know, Gary Holt, I mean, how could you go wrong? You know, Paul Bostaff, you know, he was with the band before, and, you know, nobody's fucking Dave Lombardo, you know what I mean? So, but Bostaff's killer, you know, so it's all right. You know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you gotta, you know, they gotta move on. They gotta keep touring, so you gotta have somebody in there, you know, but I'll always love Slayer, even though their last, you know, few albums are kind of, you know, you listen to them, or me anyways, you know, I listen to them once, and it's like, okay, I listen to it, but it's cool. I'm glad they're still, you know, doing what they're doing, and like I said, you know, you can't go wrong with Gary Holt, so it is what it is, you know what I mean? As long as they're, you know, keeping it heavy, you know, they're not fagging out, so it's awesome.
Fuck yeah, man.
Any other questions for Aaron while you're on the line, brother Zach?
No, that's all I can think of, man. You pretty much nailed all the other ones I was gonna ask.
Funny how that
Man.
works.
All right, bro. Take it easy.
Alright,
All right.
send me your address,
All right.
brother.
All right, brother, I will.
Alright, take care. Bye.
All right, later.
Alright, another caller, another CD. That was my brother Zach from the band Brutal Death Fight. Yeah, you definitely have checked him out there. He is killer. He does all of it by himself too.
Oh, okay. I got you. I'll check it out, man. I
Yeah.
wrote it down.
He is very killer. So, okay, we've given 2 CDs away. Don't forget, you can also win a CD if you call in 269-352-1659. But until then, what would you say sets Impurium apart from all the other bands out there? Obviously, I mean, I know it because I see it in my email every single day. There's a gazillion bands trying to get their name out there and get themselves heard. So what do you feel sets Impurium apart?
Honestly, with this scene around here, you know, you got some good bands around here. You know, Throne, Yellowtooth, Chronic Black, Psychomancer, you know, Pitchfork, some bands that people haven't really heard of yet, but they're up and coming type of, certain dudes that have been around forever, but they're everybody's starting a new project. Anyway, getting back to, I would say what sets Impurium apart is we try to incorporate not every genre, but you got the black metal, you got the death metal, you got the thrash, you got the, a little sprinkle of doom in there. Not many, either you're a full-fledged death metal band, or you're, doom band, or, you're a thrash band. It's like, I'd say we're really, other than maybe Throne, we're probably really the only blackened death metal band. I know that's kind of a a loaded answer, but other than that, I mean, we're not just a gore band, or we're not just like a grind band. I mean, we try to incorporate everything that we've ever been influenced by and love listening to. We try to incorporate that into our music. So it's you get our band, you get a taste of everything. It's not just one. We're not pigeonholed by one genre. So, and we're gonna, that's what we've always tried to strive to do. So.
Very good. And just so everybody knows, and so after this, at the conclusion of this interview, I'm actually going to play the 3 tracks off the album that belong to you guys. We have Again We Freeze, Till Midgard, and Ad Secular Impurium. Those will all be played right after the interview. So, if you tuned in for the interview, thank you, and stay tuned because you're going to get your face shredded.
There you go. Get your hole ripped out.
Exactly. That's the best thing about metal right there.
Yeah.
So, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you at a live show that you've done that you're willing to share? And when I say crazy, I don't mean it doesn't have to be bad. It can be something really cool.
Honestly, nothing. I might sound lame, but nothing's really happened to me. Personally, I've seen things, done to other people, or have certain situations, people that probably regretted, the following morning. Other than, like puking and blood or fights, or, I've seen people get knocked out, before. I was at a Vital Remain show in South Bend a couple years ago with my brother, and there used to be a thing that we would call a mosh pit, and I'm pretty sure they still exist, but at this particular show, there was just like one guy standing in the middle of the crowd, and he's doing like roundhouse kicks and just throwing punches, and somebody wasn't looking, and wham, got nailed right in the chops and got knocked out stone cold. It was like, okay. Before it was, mosh pit, everybody beat the crap out of each other. You fall down, you help them, pick them back up, do it again. But now it's like, I don't know. It seems like the kids these days, sound like an old man, but it's like they're just out there, doing freaking backflips and spin kicks and looking to hurt people, like seriously hurt people. But anyway, try to avoid that. So, but nothing, nothing too, other than just some blood, I guess. Nothing is really nothing crazy, super crazy, over the top crazy.
Okay.
I've had to worry about, thankfully.
Well, mosh pit is, that's pretty rough. I tell you what, though, I've seen some videos of some of these walls of death they get going. Holy crap.
I was at the Milwaukee Metal Fest in 1991, and when Deicide came out and played, it was like, run for your life, because it was like a wave of bodies coming at you, So that was the good old days, I guess, but anyway.
Yeah, here's another. While you're writing bands down, there's a band called Project Pain. I interviewed these guys like a year ago, and
Okay.
they're from, I want to say they're from like Germany or something over there, and they have a song called Wall of Death. It's WOD, but they have a video. You should check out their video.
Okay, I will.
It's got some footage from a killer wall of death. It's awesome.
I definitely will.
I like the obscure stuff. The plain Jane normal stuff, that's cool. But I like the stuff that's out there a little bit.
Well, sure, yeah, something you got to actually search for.
And it sticks in my mind,
Yeah,
it's something you remember.
Definitely, that's what makes it worthwhile. Something, memorable. So.
Right. Okay. Here comes the most important question of the interview.
All right.
So hope you're ready.
Okay.
Which one of the guys in the band spends the most time in front of a mirror before you guys go live on stage?
That would be my brother Andrew, because he's got the longest hair.
I love how quick that answer came. That's awesome.
Well, he's been doing it since he was 13. So I've seen it.
Lots of experience there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, we are getting close to the end of the interview, and I still need people to call in. So you need to call in and talk to Aaron, ask him some questions.
Yeah, do it. Come on now.
269-352-1659. That's 269-352-1659. If you call in, you get to go on air. You'll be asking Aaron a question, and I will send you a CD. I don't care where you live. I will send it to you.
Yeah, do it. You get to talk to me. Come on now.
Come on, people. Quit being shy. God, metalheads are not shy. Jeez.
Could be. If he's sleeping.
People are killing me. So, is anybody a prankster in the band?
I guess if you had to pick one of us, it would be me. They're so fucking serious. Andy with his long hair and Dave with his not so long hair. But I try to liven up the mood. they're so, like I said, honestly, seriously, they're serious, and they're very, they want to make sure everything's right all the time. And does this sound good? Does this riff sound like shit or whatever? So, and I say, yeah, it does. Do it again. And I'm just, anyway, yeah, I'd have to be the one that tries to lighten up the mood a little bit. So out of us three. So.
Okay, I actually have somebody in the chat. He is over in, I believe Hamo Hash is over in, I think he's over in the UK somewhere.
Okay.
And, but he doesn't have credit to call or something, the whole long distance from foreign country stuff. It's crazy.
Understood.
So, I think he's going to give me, he had just gave me a question in the chat. I will send him a CD to Europe so he has your album. So, we're going to invade Europe with you.
Awesome.
So, here is the question. He wants to know what your opinion is on Satanism.
Well, I really don't, I don't know, I'm not religious, either way. It's pretty much the same way I feel about Christianity, I guess. It's like if you're not really truly hurting anybody, you can do what you want as long as you're not, breaking the law or, freaking, sacrificing any goats or,
Right.
what you want, believe what you want. I'm agnostic. I don't really believe much unless I see it. We talk about, just like every other band, you pick a subject and write about it. It's like telling a story or watching a horror movie or whatever, But as far as the religion side of it, we're not a sacrilegious band. Add Secular Impurium is probably the deepest we would get, you know, which is, it just kind of like mocks religion altogether. You know, if, not saying, you know, I mean, you can have your faith, believe what you want, it's fine, just don't push it on me. Whether it's Satanism, Buddhism, Christianity, you know, paganism, whatever you are, you know, that's fine. Do what you want to do, but unless I ask for it, leave me the fuck alone.
Right, exactly. Don't push your whatever it is down my throat.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, that's goes for anything. You know, I mean, just believe what you want, cool. You know, if it makes you happy, cool. But don't try to suck me in any way, because that'll make it worse. You know, for me. So
Do you have any questions?
I don't need to hear it.
Just tell him rock on with that stuff.
My 14-year-old is here in the background, and he just told me to tell you to rock on. So.
Well, thank you very much.
I think his name's Alex. I think he's being shy too, like the listeners out there.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
kind of playing a different game. Sorry.
So, is there anything else you would like to tell the world about Impurium? Anything I haven't asked you, you want to make sure people know?
No, just, you know, keep an eye out for us. You know, like I said, you can go on the Facebook page, go on the, you know, all the other pages that I mentioned, orchestratedmisery.com. That's where you go to, you know, if you want to buy it. You know, I mean, I know it sucks paying for things, but orchestratedmisery.com. You got us on there. You got the Yellow Tooth on there. You got Catapult to Smoke, another band on there. I think Pete from Orchestrated is releasing the Psychomancer on there, which should be out sometime soon. Yeah, just keep an eye out for us. You know, I mean, play your fucking guitar, play your drums. You know, that's all I can really say. If anybody's, you know, really gives a shit about what I have to say, just play your instrument, get good, or get better. Keep striving to get better. I know it sounds like a lame cliche, but keep doing it. You know, play drums. We play drums and come to Northwest Indiana, because we need more drummers around here. So do that. But yeah, keep an eye out for Impurium, because we will be invading everywhere soon, hopefully.
Okay, well, very cool. Well, I want to thank you for taking time to call in tonight, and very much appreciated.
Very cool, and I appreciate you having me, man. It was a good time.
Yep, very cool. Okay, if I can get you to hang on the line just 1 minute.
Sure.
All right, Metalheads, this is DJ Rem, and you have been listening to the live interview with Aaron from the band Impurium.